Hello again. So we are doing a Roman game called Latrunculi, however you want to say it. I am not a linguist, I am a game player. Pausing here again so that folks can read this, pause it, do whatever it is they like to read through. The game is played, in my case, on an 8x12 grid board, and all of the pieces move the same way, orthogonally, or like rooks in chess, or straight lines, however you want to think about it, whatever works for you. The object of the game, we'll come over to our fancy high-tech grid board, a piece of cardboard with 12 by 8 grid. We chose rocks, and one particularly large rock is the king piece, then pennies, and a washer as the opposite side. The object is to move on these guys over here. These are just other tokens, so Chuck E. Cheese coins, glass beads, buttons, again, whatever it is you want to use. All of the pieces on the board move like rooks in chess. They can move any number of pieces, or any number of spaces rather, and when they do move, they're just doing their rook thing, for those who've played chess. For those who haven't, think of it as straight lines with no limit to how many spaces that it can move in a straight line. So as an example, that guy can move all the way to here if he really so wishes to. One of the things that we do in the game is we will capture opponent's pieces, but we cannot capture the king. We can only immobilize the king. Immobilizing means getting it into a position where it cannot move, and the other player cannot make a move to free up the king. Easy enough sounding. The trick is that somewhere along the line, the pieces will start to get captured. In a scenario where a piece is flanked on both sides, it is removed from the board. So that is something to watch out for. I'll do a real fast gameplay and I'll let you see the mechanic. Yes, the king pieces can move as well. Yes, the king pieces move exactly the same way. And yes, they can participate in captures. So, conceptually, controlling sections of the board and controlling quadrants is really important from a strategy perspective. So we'll just start moving some pieces and see what we can do to kind of show some mechanic here. The pieces are essentially just moving however they want. This guy would move here to prevent the capture there, but by doing so, has moved to get himself captured as well. Likewise, that would capture. So it's a question of how you're going to move, to how to strategically work it through the game. Pretty straightforward. The concept is if the king gets to a position such that in this scenario, the king piece cannot move. It's trapped. That's a capture for the pennies. Even if these 2 rocks weren't here, or 3 rocks weren't there, and it was that's a capture for the pennies. The danger is that in that scenario, that looks like it could be a win, but if it's the rock's turn, rock comes down, frees the king, because the king does participate in captures. Pretty basic, straightforward, straight line capture game.